Hi guys, and welcome back to Marathon-Crossfit here, and today I would like to talk about whether you should use the bench press or the military press. So, if you searched on YouTube or Google and typed that in and found this kind of content, you're most likely contemplating, okay, which one should I do? And which is most relevant to me, and I don't want to waste time in the gym, all of that. So let me give you the rundown on that. Well, basically, it depends on your goals. Yet again, as usual, what you want to do. So if you are more of a power lifter, probably the bench press and the military press are both relevant to you. However, the bench press will be more relevant to you because you have to perform it in competition. So if you were ever to program something for the best results for powerlifting, I would always have a positive bias to get more bench press volume in and a negative bias to get less military press in. Of course, you always have to think about the balance of your upper section, because the military press attacks a bit more the upper part, your traps and the deltoids and all of that kind of stuff. And if you're weak in the deltoids and the traps, you might not bench as much as others who are stronger in that area. However, it is more of an accessory work and a supporting area rather than the main area for you to perform at your best. I mean, of course, generally being strong and having a big frame always helps when it comes to strength, but I don't have to tell you that really. So that is it for powerlifting. Now for bodybuilding, I think you don't really have a choice. You have to do both, because if you want to be symmetrical and if you want to be big in all different kinds of reactions and have maximum definition in all kinds of ways, then you will have to do the military press and the bench press anyway. The only thing that you would be doing here is that the repetitions and sets are a lot different here. Here you would work, and for bodybuilding purposes, somewhere around 8 to 12 reps by 6 sets, maybe 8 sets, whereas for powerlifting purposes you would be working with 5x5s, 3x3s, occasionally with 3x8s or 5x8s, but that is rather the exception than the norm. And now the last scenario would be weightlifting, whether the military press or bench press. Actually, to the regime of a weightlifter, the bench press is more or less pointless. I have more than often than not heard that weightlifters actually hurt themselves bench pressing when they tried to set up a personal record and tore off biceps or anything like that in the bench press, and the trainers gave out to them, why are you doing the bench press at all, because it's not relevant to you whatsoever. So there, if you're in weightlifting, because you have to press stuff overhead all the time, which you don't have to do in powerlifting whatsoever, there the military press of course becomes more relevant than the bench press. So basically, that is all very, very simple stuff once somebody points it out to you. So just to sum that all up, for powerlifters, between bench press or military press, have a bias toward the bench press. However, don't neglect the areas that the military press trains, so that they become a hindering factor to your performance. For bodybuilding, spread your time evenly between the military press and between the bench press, and look at your own physique and your genetics, where you are able to build muscle faster. So if for some kind of reason you're a freak mutant on building chest muscles and they just grow when you look at the barbell, fair enough. Then do a bit less bench pressing. If you have trouble actually working your upper parts and getting big and bulky here, then of course do a bit more military pressing, but generally spread it out evenly between the two. And if you're in it for weightlifting purposes, you should work with a strong bias towards military presses or shoulder presses, because you are pressing stuff overhead to get ahead of your competition, and the bench press should be an accessory work. And maybe you shouldn't be doing any heavy bench pressing at all, because very heavy bench pressing actually limits your range of motion and also could possibly lead to injuries, which are, keeping you from getting best at what you actually want to get best at. So I hope that helped. Please like, please subscribe if I'm getting a bit more clarity into your training based on sharing my experiences. I wouldn't say knowledge yet. If you pop a comment down below, then I'll get back to you with a personalized answer as soon as I can. Bye bye.